Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Chase, and this is Chase Walker TV. So here's the deal. I went to 30 different Redbox kiosks in 2 cities to look for used video games to buy for cheap. There was some good, there was some bad, and I learned some things along the way, and luckily for you, I'm going to pass that knowledge on. That way, in case you decide to go on a similar journey, you have all the information that you need. But before we get started, if you like the video, make sure to click the thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button below. That way you can see all the videos that are going to be coming out, because this YouTube channel is my New Year's resolution. So first things first, the things that I learned doing this video are fairly important, so I wanted to make sure that I relayed that information to you guys as well. Number one, Walmart kiosks and some gas stations absolutely do not sell games. So make sure you avoid the Walmart kiosks. And just know that if you're going to a gas station Redbox, it's going to be hit or miss whether or not there are any video games there. Number two, if you are going to a Publix Redbox kiosk, they are all internal. If you go night hunting like I did in order to avoid traffic, you will not be able to get inside to that box because Publix closes at some point. And number three, this is the most important one. After you have slid your card enough times in any Redbox kiosk or number of kiosks, Redbox is going to flag your card. That way you are not able to get any more games or rent or anything. This is an issue that's been known for a long time. It's not just for buying games, but this is something that I ran into, and unfortunately there are a couple of games that we'll get into later that I wasn't able to buy because of this issue. So now let's talk about the games that I was able to get. First up, Just Dance 2019 for the Nintendo Switch. I paid $13 for this game, whereas if you tried to buy this game used from a GameStop store, it would cost you $35. Not only that, but if you were to take this game and trade it in at a GameStop store, you would receive $19.25 in store credit. That's a $6.25 profit just for taking that one game from the Redbox kiosk to the GameStop store. I'm not saying do this, but I'm sure as hell not going to tell you not to. Next up on the list, Mega Man 11 for the Nintendo Switch. Now this game only cost me $12, but if I were to try to buy the exact same game at a GameStop, it would cost me $11 more at a $23 used price point. If I were to take this same game and trade it in at a GameStop with a Pro Rewards membership, I would get $13.20 for it, which is $1.20 profit. Not much, but if you were able to snag up a bunch of these all at once, might be worth something. The third game that I was able to pick up was Team Sonic Racing for the PlayStation 4. Now this game only cost me $12, but if you were to buy it from a GameStop used, you would have to pay $35 to get this thing. And if you were to try to trade the game in at a GameStop with a Pro Rewards membership, you would get $13.20. So still a $1.20 profit, but I think the biggest thing here is the difference between the used prices if you actually want to play this game or if you're just a fan of Sega like I am. And the last video game I was able to pick up, but certainly not the least, was Days Gone for the PlayStation 4. Now Days Gone is a very well received PlayStation 4 exclusive game that I was able to pick up at a Redbox kiosk for only $20. If you tried to buy this used from a GameStop, if you could find it, it's $38. So save yourself $18. All you gotta do is go on eBay, buy a case for like $2 from somebody who accidentally broke their game or had a spare or whatever. You're still in the green on that. And if you were to trade this game in, the game actually trades in for $22 trade credit. That way you have that $2 profit, again, to take it straight from the Redbox over to GameStop, drop it off. Easy. So as you can see, I was able to pick up some pretty solid games through the Redbox kiosk. Now, unfortunately, there were a couple of games that I wasn't able to get because of the error that I mentioned earlier. Redbox, after you've bought so many games, will lock you out of its kiosk, and you just can't buy anything else. It gives you an error message that says, this card is not eligible to buy video games. Very, very weird error. I actually called my bank because I thought they had flagged my card, and I was super mad. And they were like, "Hey, we authorized all of it. We know it's you. We know you play. We know you buy video games." So that's Redbox. Unfortunately, there's not anything that we can do about it. It sucks that it happened, but it sucks more that it happened before I was able to get the 2 games that I really would have wanted, because as good as the stuff that I got is, I think these games are even better. Game number 1 that I wasn't able to get from the Redbox kiosk because my card was locked out was Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation 4. Now, this is a very well-received remake that almost won Game of the Year at the Game Awards this year, but I could have gotten it for $15 at a Redbox. If you try to go buy this game at a GameStop used, $30. So you're doubling your price automatically just for a case. If you were to take this game from a Redbox kiosk into the GameStop store and trade it in with a Pro Rewards membership, you would get $19.25 credit for it. So that's a $4.25 increase. It's a profit just for turning it in. No brainer. And the second game that I wasn't able to get from the Redbox kiosk because it locked my card out was Death Stranding. Now this one hits me a little bit harder because the Death Stranding game that I found, the only one that I found, was actually at the very first kiosk that I went to. Unfortunately, the kiosk froze up on me while I was trying to buy Death Stranding. So I thought, okay, whatever. I'll just go to the other kiosks. When I'm done, I'll come back because this one is the closest one to my house. No big deal. Well, unfortunately, by the time that I got back, my card had been locked out. So I wasn't able to get this game. Death Stranding on a Redbox kiosk is, if you can find it, is $25. If you tried to buy Death Stranding used at a GameStop, which would be even harder to find, I think, $55. By buying this thing at a Redbox, you are saving yourself $30, which is no laughing matter. That's a whole nother video game. The downside to Death Stranding from the Redbox kiosk is this is the only game that I saw that I wanted that actually doesn't get you a profit from trading it in. So, while it costs $25 at a Redbox, if you were to trade it in at GameStop, even with Pro Rewards, you're only getting $19.25 for it, which means you're out $5.75. So if you're going to go buy this one, if you're able to find it, make sure that you're buying it for you because you absolutely will not make money on this. So that's going to be it for my Redbox adventure, but I think now it's time for you to go out and have one of your own. If you decide to do this, leave me a comment and let me know what games you found, and let me know if you were able to find the Redbox White Whale Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for me. Happy game hunting, and I'll see you next time.